Rebound springs. Yep, we're going to be talking about rebound springs because, you know what? We're talking about rebound springs today. How interesting, huh? A rebound spring in this Ruger Mark IV is going to help us out greatly in making sure that the gun doesn't get damage on the chamber face, which is probably too dark to see in there, but the rebound spring in this gun is a wearable part, which means you should always have some on hand and change them out as soon as they get stressed or broken or a little too caked with anything. If you can't clean them up or if they look like they're rusting, it's always good to have fresh ones on hand. So every few hundred rounds, I suppose. We'll look into that. But anyway, I'm going to change this one out because it's missing a section of it, so I know it's time. Let's get down into it. First things first. We'll do that. And to the table. Let's see how much I remember about this. So what you want to do is take out that pin. So here's our punch. Here's our spring that we're going to put in there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now let's see if we can get this to happen. Here, we just kind of pop that pin right out. It comes right out. And it's time to lift this up. It's a little contained spring. It's a main spring, I believe. There we go. Oh, that came right out. Okay, good. We have a firing pin that comes out. Okay. There it is. And it is dirty. Shame on me. Alright. And that is why my spring broke. Now, I'm not sure if you can see in there. So in there, we have that little bracket that holds the rebound spring in place. And the rebound spring, if you notice, is a little shorter. I'm missing a little piece of it. On the last cleaning, I noticed it was cracked, so what was left of the piece fell out. And so let's get this puppy out of here. Oh, it does come out with a tap sometimes. A little bracket. Now, the first thing I'm going to say right now about this little bracket, when it goes back in, we're going to put that scooped side down. It's going to be facing down. So you just kind of insert. Here's the old spring. Here's the new spring. We got some paper towels. Nice Rube Goldberg amateur stuff right here. But this is an amateur shooter's channel, is it not? Alright, so here's our little douchington. This is a little douchington. And this will be a little douchington. These are our three little douchingtons. We're going to get a little splash. So I'm going to hold it still so it doesn't fly across the room. Give it a little zhoots. My firing pin doesn't look so good. I need a new firing pin. Ah, I just noticed it's looking a little shot. Wow, dude. Oh, and that's probably from the rebound spring being broken. I don't know. I got to look it up and see exactly what they're supposed to look like because I think it's time for a new firing pin. It doesn't look hot. This mainspring actually looks pretty good. I think I gave it a quick clean the last time I was out, and when I put stuff away, I knew I was going to be putting it away for a while. So, but now this thing, this is not has not been getting the love it's supposed to be getting. So, we'll put our newly cleaned parts over here, and I'm just gonna get that going there, and we are going to knock anything out that's big and solid, and everything else I'm going to get in there. But for rigidity, I'm going to use the firing pin inside here. In the paper towel, I'm going to put the firing pin just to hold it rigid, and then we're just going to clean it out a little in there, give it a little wipe, and yeah, look at all the stuff that's coming out of there. That's pretty nasty. Okay, so what you want to do is insert. Let's pop the spring back in here. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so let's scoop side down. So yeah, I would use a toothpick, but I don't have one handy. And, oh, it went in, I think. Alright, so it's in. It basically sits, all the way back there with the spring on it, like that. I'm not sure if the camera can even pick this up, but take my word for it. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this. I'm going to put the firing pin back in. Okay, so when I took this down, I noticed that the firing pin looked a little eroded, so I went ahead and got another pin ready, and we're going to go ahead and switch that out. So, got to make sure the gun is not loaded. Yeah, see? Not loaded. Not loaded. And we've got a magazine that is also not loaded, because we got to insert this into the gun. You got to insert, then we're going to put on safety, and then we just take it down nice and easy, like, ooh, look at that. Alright, so what we're going to do is go back in here. We're going to take our mainspring out, which is not under incredible amount of tension, and then we'll just come over here and we'll kind of influence our spring to come out a little. There we go. Comes right out if it's been cleaned recently, as mine has. Okay, here is, you can see the top of the firing pin down there in the channel. We're going to take this thing out, take a look at it. Pushing that pin straight out. Alright, we're going to take everything out. I don't know what the difference is and why this has, one of them has an extra loop and one of them doesn't, but I don't like the fact that they look a little different. As I'm replacing this, so I'm going to push this, I'm going to push the part into place right there. Alright, now I'm going to put this new firing pin in, and just hoping that everything works right. Alright, so once I put this firing pin in its place, the bottom hook has to catch on the top of that spring, that's on the rebound spring. So once it's in there, I'm going to push this forward with my thumb and slip that retention pin in there. Oh, it's right where it needs to be. Okay, and then I'm going to let it go, and it looks like it's where it needs to be. I oiled everything, wiped it down, then I hit it with a little bit of Rem oil, and right now we're going to see if we can get everything to line up just right. Alright, here's how you put it back together. Basically just put that in there. Then just hook that in there. Just a little hinge, little area. Line it up, click it in, and there we go. Okay, I think we're good to go. Rearing to go. So I think it's time to take this thing in the range and test it out. What do you think? Well, it looks like the new firing pin and rebound spring worked. I fired Federal with no light strikes, which is a first for this gun in a while. That's nice. I tried out a couple of different ammos with it and it seems to work perfectly. The whole thing actually felt a little steadier when I pulled the trigger. All you felt was the actual shot. You didn't feel anything rattle around the gun. So now my Ruger fires better than it ever did. So it's pretty good. I don't know why the new parts fit better than the factory ones, but they do. So very happy about that. Nice easy repair. Only takes a couple of seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this beast up because it's a little filthy from the range. And don't forget to clean that firing pin channel real good. Oil everything, wipe it down, put it back together, and should be good to go. Just give it a cleaning. Every time you clean the gun, you should clean out your firing pin channel as well. So I'm going to get on that right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend, and hopefully we can help you out on a couple of other cheap repairs and maintenance jobs here on the Fritz Shoots channel. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.